My brother got my fiancée pregnant right before our wedding, and my family wanted me to forgive him. What would you do in my place? Would you forgive or make them pay? Drop your thoughts below. I had everything. Or at least I thought I did. The perfect life. The perfect woman. The perfect future. I was engaged too. Lisa. The love of my life. She was everything. We had been together for 5 years. And in those 5 years, we had built something real. Something I thought was unbreakable. We had our ups and downs, like any couple. But through it all, I believed we were solid. We were a team and nothing could come between us. Or so I thought. Our wedding was coming up fast. We had already planned everything. The venue, the dress, the music, the vows. Every detail was falling into place, and I was counting down the days until I would finally call Lisa my wife. It felt like a dream. Everything was perfect, or at least I thought it was, until the people I trusted the most destroyed it all. It started small little things. Lisa was becoming distant. She used to always be excited to talk about wedding plans, but now she barely seemed interested at first. I thought it was just wedding stress. But then I noticed other things. She was always on her phone texting someone. And every time I walked into the room, she would quickly lock the screen or turn it away from me. I didn't think much of it at first. I trusted her. I loved her. And I never imagined she would have anything to hide. But then my brother David started acting weird too. David and I had always been close. We grew up together, shared everything, and always had each other's backs. But now he was avoiding me. Whenever I asked him anything about Lisa, he would get nervous, change the subject, or act like he had somewhere to be. Something was off, and I could feel it. But I ignored my instincts because I didn't want to believe that anything was wrong. Then came the day that shattered everything. I was at work when my phone rang. It was my mother. Her voice was shaky, almost like she had been crying. She told me I needed to come home right away, that it was important. My stomach dropped. I could feel the panic rising inside me. I asked her what was wrong, but she just kept saying, I needed to come home now. I left work immediately, my heart pounding the entire drive home. My mind racing with possibilities. When I walked through the door, the air in the house felt heavy. Something was wrong. I could feel it. My entire family was there. My parents, my sister. And then I saw them, Lisa and David, standing side by side, looking guilty as hell. My heart was racing. I could feel the tension in the room. I looked around, confused. Why does it feel like someone died? I asked, my voice shaking. My mother took a deep breath, and then she said the words that destroyed me. Michael, Lisa is pregnant, and the baby is not yours. It is David's. Everything around me blurred out. The walls felt like they were closing in on me. I felt like I couldn't breathe, like the world had just collapsed around me. I turned to Lisa, hoping she would deny it, hoping she would tell me this was some sick misunderstanding. But she didn't. She just stood there with tears in her eyes, looking at me like she knew she had just destroyed my entire life. I turned to David, my own brother, the guy I had trusted with everything. And all he could do was look at the floor. Michael, I never meant for this to happen. It was a mistake, he said, his voice barely above a whisper. A mistake, I repeated, laughing bitterly. A mistake is forgetting to take out the trash or spilling coffee on your shirt. A mistake is something you do once. But this was not a mistake. This was a choice you made over and over again. Behind my back, Lisa stepped forward, her eyes filled with regret. Michael, please, I never wanted to hurt you. I love you. Love. I asked, my voice shaking with rage. Love does not do this. Love does not betray. Love does not destroy people like this. Then my father spoke. Michael, we know this is hard, but David is still your brother, and Lisa made a mistake. You need to forgive them. Forgive. I stared at him in disbelief. You want me to forgive them? You want me to pretend like this never happened? You want me to just move on? Like my own brother didn't just ruin my entire life. Michael, my mother said softly. Family is everything. I looked around at them, my so-called family, realizing in that moment that I was alone. These people were not my family. They were traitors. I turned to David. You want my forgiveness? Fine. You will have it, but not in the way you think. That night I packed my bags. I left and I didn't look back. I cut them all off. Changed my number, moved to a new city, started fresh for a year. I was a ghost rebuilding my life without the people who betrayed me. I focused on myself, my career, my happiness. I refused to let their betrayal define me. Then 1 year later, they found me. Lisa showed up at my door looking miserable. Holding a baby in her arms, she begged me to talk. She told me that David had abandoned her, that my family had started turning against her, that she had lost everything. Michael, please, she cried. I made a mistake, but I still love you. We can fix this. I laughed, shaking my head. Fix this? There's nothing left to fix you. And David made your choice now. Live with it. But she wasn't the only one. My mother called me. My father texted. Even David tried to reach out. They all wanted me to come back to be part of the family again. But I had other plans. Instead of letting their betrayal break me, I thrived. I succeeded. I found someone who actually respected me and loved me for real. And when they realized I was never coming back, that they had lost me forever, they finally understood the price of their betrayal. And that was my revenge. And that is how I turned my pain into power. My own family betrayed me and expected me to forgive. But instead, I left them behind and became stronger than ever. What would you have done in my place? Would you have forgiven or walked away forever? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insane stories like this.